behind the scenes of the commercial at the edge of space. Sunrise means we've been at it for 2 hours now. Only yesterday we were 300 miles away at our shop in Sacramento, unpacking and assembling chairs that just came from England, loading the high racks and all the equipment for the trip to the desert. It takes about 12 people 5 hours to set up in the desert for a mission like this. On top of that, there were all the commercial production team prepping flight cameras and ground cameras. It was pretty cold that morning. Here's Anthony and Drew doing the final prep on the first vehicle. There's our director, Harris Zambulukas. He was really a lot of fun to work with. There's the hard-working balloon fill team. On each vehicle, we check the camera angle twice before each launch, which means lifting the vehicle up in the air. For our initial tests, we used a foam core chair at the shop to do the same thing. Between the JPA crew and the commercial production crew, there were a lot of people out on the desert. Okay, this is the first launch. Okay, here we're prepping Vehicle 2. For all 104 missions we've flown, I've been on the launch team, always the last person to touch the rocket, airship, or balloon as it leaves the Earth. On the second launch, I wasn't needed, so I watched from the sidelines. This was the oddest moment I've had in 30 years with JP Aerospace. But the launch team performed perfectly, and after a few minutes, I got over it. On 2 of the launches, we all had to hit the deck to get out of the camera shot. There's the infamous car speeding by right after a launch. The dust completely covered the camp, although it did make a great shot for the commercial. There's one dusty cameraman. Here's the first vehicle landing site. The decks on the high rack are designed to collapse on landing. No equipment was even scratched on any of the 4 vehicles. However, the vehicles themselves were a complete mess. You see the remains of the chair here and there. Here's the chair just after balloon burst at 99,000 feet. Here we're watching the first results in Bruno's that night. A cheer went up when the first frame of the gorgeous video came on. Welcome to day 2. We had to break down the entire camp and start all over at 3:30 the next morning. Yep, another beautiful sunrise at Black Rock. Say hi. Another day, another checklist. We recorded the launch from every angle we could, but we had to have our cameras outside the commercial camera's field of view.
Here it goes. Lay down. Lay down. Get down. Lay down. Lay down.
Now there's a great moment in time. We were able to see each balloon all the way from the ground, all the way up to the edge of space and to the burst. Now here's the landing site of the third vehicle. The boom is designed to break off its mount, but stay on the vehicle upon landing. This was to protect the camera from landing shock and to keep it from touching the ground after landing. The car is way back there at the edge of those mountains. The recovery team's really got to work out. Hey, there you can see the parachute. Here's Team JPA. And now, a word from our sponsor.